Good morning to all of you. The Hatras case, once again, it has come into light regarding the human rights. So while discussing the topic of human rights, I have clearly told you that a right to decent burial is also a right even after death as per Article 21 of the Constitution of India. So, having come to know about the Hatras incident, the Honorable High Court of Allahabad bench at Lucknow, they have taken up the case sumoto, and you may be knowing the case name as In Re, right to decent and dignified last rites oblique cremation. So this was taken up in bill number 16150 by 2020 by Honorable Judges Pankaj Mittal and Ranjan Roy. Right? They observed, please remember. So while discussing these things, they observed India is a country, right? India is a country which follows the religion of humanity, and where each one of us are supposed to respect each other in life and also in death. That is what. So India is such a country where we respect each other even while alive or even after death also. Hence, in the facts and circumstances, because they have recorded the statement of the relatives of the victims and also called the additional DG Law and Order, Mr. Prashant Kumar and others, and after summarizing all the facts, they observed that the decision to cremate the victim and without hearing the version of the family members of the victim, definitely it is a violation of the fundamental right to decent burial. Because you may be knowing, already I told you, the people will have different religious programs after death. They take holy bath, they perform some pujas, they take some rituals, they cremate the dead body, somebody will bury the dead body, somebody will keep the dead body like that. So many things. Parsis, they will leave the body on the hillocks so that the vultures come and take them away. So many things are there. So we have to respect all this. India is, and that's why ours is unity in diversity. Right? So, no doubt, the local administration, they stated that they have carried out the orders of the district magistrate, and also why they have hurried in cremating the dead body in the dead of night is they wanted to prevent the communal color, but it was not satisfied. It was not satisfactory to the Honorable Court. Right? So now, after hearing the parties, Honorable Court observed that the administration failed to show any good reason for non-handing over the dead body, at least for half an hour. Please remember, at least for half an hour. That is, before cremation. If they could have handed over, then they could have performed the last rites. So to enable them to perform the rituals at home, and thereafter, okay, they can cremate the body in the burial ground. Right? No doubt the administration has given certain reasons, but the Allahabad High Court bench at Lucknow, it was dissatisfied with the reasons given by the UP administration for hasty cremation of the body of Valmiki, and they have expressed their displeasure on the entire incident and deprecated the local administration, maybe the revenue, maybe the police, whoever they are concerned. Definitely High Court did not agree with them. Right? So, in the bench, when they were called up very recently, the family members were called to the bench, and they stated that they have requested the police department people, they have requested the revenue authorities, particularly the sub-divisional magistrate who is also a lady, to bury the dead body next day in the morning, to hand over the dead body to them because she was not married, for the performance of this religious rites. In spite of that, the midnight cremation was done, even though they insisted that the cremation can be done in the morning. And incidentally, none of the victims' immediate family members were present. No doubt the police said that they have taken permission, some of the relatives had agreed, but who are they? They are not at all the close family members. right? So already, as I told you, the local administration stated that the disposal of the dead body was necessary to prevent the communal color, but no. And the court found fault with the administration that they did not even allow the relatives, parents and others to see the face of the victim. How horrible it is, understand? Thus, so now the court held that the expanded human rights, that's why the human means a person who is alive, the expanded human rights of the right to live with dignity, and the same rights will exist even after death. That's why a right to decent burial is also a fundamental right, and it has been infringed by the state. Now, the Allahabad High Court ordered the CBI to fix up the responsible person, to fix up the person who is responsible for all this melee. And that means for the violation of Article 21 and also Article 25. Article 21 means, you know, it is the state should protect the life and individual personal liberty of every citizen except as per the procedure established by law. And Article 25, religious freedom. This was also not done. So both these things, whoever responsible, please fix up the responsibility. That is what the Allahabad High Court told the CBI. And the court also directed the state means state of UP, to ensure the safety and security of the family members. And the investigation should be done in full confidence. So there should be no hurdles. They need not bother about the influences, whatever they may be. So these are the directions given by the Allahabad High Court. Of course, nowadays, yes, we have seen that they have provided so much of security to the people. Now the brother of the victim is asking that they may be shifted to Delhi, some employment may be given to him in Delhi, and the court also may be shifted outside Uttar Pradesh, because they are under the fear that may not they may not be safe in the hands of the so-called big family, like those are Thakurs and other things. Anyway, this is the condition. Please, in this connection, remember, Hatras case revealed the violation of the human rights, violation of the fundamental rights, violation of the right to decent burial. So, right to have the last rights or religious rights, all the things have been highlighted. See how much bad effect it will have on the administration also. Everybody is commenting on the UP administration. No doubt they have arrested the accused, they have gone to the place, they have taken all these things, but still they are not able to satisfy the general public by their activity. Everybody is thinking that the Uttar Pradesh police, they wanted to actually support they support the accused person, to whichever caste they may be. So that's the problem. And second one is the additional DG, Prashant Kumar, he was also called to the bench, and he was asked whether he was aware of the 2013 amendment, that is Nirbhaya's case. He may be knowing what has happened. So you should not disclose, even though you are even though you are investigating officer, you must keep your tongue tight-lipped. Don't disclose the facts of the investigation to the others. Particularly the persons who are not investigation, they should not at all disclose. He is not the IO in this case. Of course, he may be a superior officer, and that too. There's a question also. The Honorable Court has put the question to him. They stated, so can you say that the so-called presence of spellman is necessary? Don't you know that mere penetration is sufficient to so-called to fix up the accused for the offence of rape? Then he said, oh, I know, then you must be careful. So, of course, with that warning, you have to let off. Anyway, any bad signals. But anyway, please remember, as human rights activists or human rights students, please know that the right to decent burial is also a human right, even after death. And it was infringed or violated by the Uttar Pradesh government in the case of INRI. So, right to decent and dignified last rites / cremation in Bill number 16150 by 2020, dated 12/10/2020 by Allahabad High Court, bench at Lucknow. Right? So, study the case and enrich your later on. Thank you very much.